Hi, I'm Rob Quickenden, CTO at Zillion. I'm joined today by Patrick.
Hi, so my name is Patrick Eustace. I've been in Cisco for 16 years. I've led product for a number of our UC clients. In the last couple of years, I've focused on go-to-market and device acceleration for our devices portfolio.
And it's really exciting. So we're here at Microsoft Ignite, and we're in a Cisco room because Cisco last year became a huge partner for Microsoft in the MTR space, and we've got a goal to grow their market share hugely this year, right? So we thought we'd start by just having a look around some of this room, and the first thing I see when I walk in this room that is just amazes me, right, is this. I mean, so please tell me about this. This is just amazing.
Yeah, so this is our flagship EQX product. So think about your boardroom meetings, think about your important meeting rooms. This is an all-in-one product. Bring your own screens, so anything from a 65-inch screen up to an 85-inch. Everything that needs to control the room, whether it be additional microphones, cameras, navigators, panels, all are controlled by a codec that sits in behind the screens. Subwoofer embedded, NVIDIA chipset in our product, allowing us to deliver enhanced intelligence, audio, video intelligence, and headroom for growth as we deliver software improvements in the future as well.
Incredible. So this leverages all of the Cisco smarts, all the AI capability around noise cancelling, image enhancement.
Yep. So the uniqueness that we have, this is obviously configured as an MTR or Microsoft Teams room device. The differentiation that we have in the marketplace is that MTR, in this case, sits on top of our Room OS operating system, which is a Linux-based operating system. So we can bring all that smarts and intelligence developed by the team over the last decade or so to bear to a Microsoft Teams room. So we really elevate the experience of a Microsoft Teams user and their experience they have on any call.
Fantastic. So this really fits well to organizations that are still invested in WebEx, of course.
Yeah.
And of course, there's organizations that are either on a journey into Teams or need to operate in a hybrid.
So look, we've done studies on this. We've questioned our field. We've asked send out surveys. Probably about 85 to 90% of organizations will have at least 2 or more meeting platforms. So we need to have a story that will allow a device just to work with any platform that a user wants to join. Hence, on these devices, you have a native WebEx experience, you have a native Teams experience, you have the capability to join into a Zoom call as well. So you have, I guess, a reassurance that if you change platform in the future, our devices will just work with that platform of choice.
Right, so we're really future-proofing that investment.
Yes,
right?
absolutely. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, this is great, and I think that bring your own screen thing is great as well, right? Because most organizations have got a supplier for their screens, a separate maintenance.
This is exactly what we heard from the field. So customers have that partnership with LG, Samsung, or other vendors, and they want to install their own screens. And that allows us to focus our attention on the intelligence of the device itself.
Amazing. And we said this is running in MTR, in native Microsoft mode. So are there any kind of features of the Cisco devices that can't be harnessed by Microsoft, or is it a full native experience all the way through?
So it's a full native experience. So as the feature set gets delivered by Microsoft, we can bring it to our device as soon as possible. But what we can actually bring to the table is our intelligence and our capabilities. So in this room here, we have configured this room with multiple cameras. So over our shoulder, we have 2 cameras either side of the room. So we're bringing that cross-view experience, that cinematic experience into the meeting room. So instead of seeing the side of my head as I turn my attention to the end of the table, the camera will pick up from the side of the table my face head on. In WebEx, we have features such as multi-stream, allowing for multiple streams to come into the bear, and we're working with our Teams peers on bringing that capability to the Teams client as well. So going forward, we'll obviously
looks like the dish of the Starship Enterprise, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this is our Superstar product. So this was launched a number of weeks ago. Our Ceiling Mic Pro. This will be working with all our MTR capable devices in time.
Amazing.
64 mics, 8 adaptive beams. You can connect up to 8 products in one room. So imagine an auditorium, a town hall, connects within seconds, ultrasound to pair, all managed on.
So this would replace all these staggered mics.
Yeah, so let's say you have a table that you can't drill into. It might be historic, or it might be a boardroom meeting table that you can't move around. This would just hang from the ceiling or flush into the ceiling tile. Power Ethernet, so no AC power essentially going from the mains.
Incredible.
And controlled from the control up as well.
Incredible device. So these rooms, of course, and Cisco do more than these, right? So in the MTR range, you've got a full range now.
Right.
I've seen some books on the table that we'll share a digital link to, but you've got obviously a whole range from kind of room bars to multi-camera designs and stuff. But you've also built this really cool interface, right? Which I just wanted to just spend a bit of time on, because I've heard about this and not really seen it. So I just wanted to have a look. This is your workspace designer?
Workspace designer. So this works twofold. First of all, it allows customers to design their room and bring that design to their partners. It also allows partners to design a room and say, here's what you should be putting into the room, Mr. Customer. So we can take a look at this. We can actually design a room right now. So let's say we want to design a medium-sized room. So it's 6 to 10 people. We'll start off with a predefined template. So we'll number of chairs on the table, dual screen. You can change the width of the room. You can change the length of the room based on the requirements that you need. You can also say, you know what, I need a rectangular table in this room, and I need this room to fit 10 people. We'll hop to the next slide and then say, okay, how do I want to deploy this room? All our products can be deployed either as a Cisco First experience or as a Microsoft Teams Rooms experience. So we're at Ignite. We'll put this into MTR mode.
And just to recap as well, for customers that are on that journey, they can flip that mode, right? So they're not tied in at that point. They can change the mode.
The hardware is remains the same. You buy the hardware, you decide what software runs on top. So absolutely, you can change that. And again, in Microsoft Teams mode, we still have a native WebEx experience as well as a native Teams experience, which is unique in the industry. Based on the configuration that I've predefined, we're suggesting a Room Bar Pro as being the right product to put into the room. But let's say for some reason the customer wants to put a room bar, which is this product just right here. If I put a room bar into this room, we'll recognize straight away that, you know what, the camera coverage isn't great in this room for the size of the room and the capabilities of the room bar. So just that people at the end of the table might get cut off. And we can also see that the microphone coverage isn't fantastic towards the end.
And this is so important, right? We've all been in those kind of meeting rooms where, especially when the calls are being recorded, which today with things like Copilot and things we are, and you can't hear those people at the back of the room. Exactly. Right? They feel they're having to shout, and then that's kind of really changes the dynamic of the room, doesn't it?
And as a partner, you'll get called back in to fix that room.
Absolutely.
As a customer, you'll be saying to your partner, no, I want a Room Bar Pro in that room to give me that optimal experience from a microphone perspective and also from a camera coverage perspective. So you can see the field of view of this camera.
And I think as a partner as well, I think just the ability to not have to necessarily go out every time and do the initial survey, right? You know, the fact that you can actually take that typical dimensions from the customer, you could adjust those, and you can come up with a pretty good first pass of what that would look like. I mean, that's fast speed to market, right?
Before you spend $1 or €1 or £1, you can very quickly see what the experience will look like. As well as that, I guess, what does the room look like and feel like from a user in the room, but also what does it feel like from a person sitting remotely? So we can very quickly see what's the experience like as I dial into these rooms. What does the experience look like if I have a single screen? You know, it's okay, but if I'm sharing content, then it's not fantastic if people are dialing in while I'm sharing content. So you know what? We might put a dual screen into this room. We'll hop to the next slide and see microphone coverage. So this, again, default is suggesting 3 microphones on the table. But you know what? I love my Ceiling Mic Pro. I'm going to install one Ceiling Mic Pro here, and that gives me full coverage for the room from the Ceiling Mic.
And that's incredible to see that.
It's fantastic. Yes. And then at the end of the day, you get a readout of all the products that you need. You can share this blueprint back to your organization, or if you want to continue ideating on it, you have a unique URL. You can share it to your colleagues, make tweaks,
so they can make the changes themselves.
Send to the customer, make some changes, and move forward from there.
So for our sellers, for example, they can end up almost getting a bill of materials that's been validated first pass by the Cisco Workplace Designer. And I assume from Cisco's perspective as well, they're going to support that design.
Yeah, absolutely.
Incredible. So how's Ignite been for you?
It's been fantastic. So this room is on the show floor. We have our Cisco booth where we've devices on that stand as well. This room has seen hundreds of people come through over the last 3-4 days. I forget how many days I've been here at this stage, but it's been nonstop for the week. So it's been fantastic. And you know, our partnership with Microsoft continues to evolve. We feel like we're just getting started. We have so much help. And when we get in front of customers, we have like a 90% win rate.
Yeah, I think that's been so evident here, I think, this week, in that I think for many, you know, Cisco have been a competitor of Microsoft for so many years. And I think actually having now that true partnership, which really does, I've spoken to a lot of the team's product management team this week as well. I know you have. And it really feels like a partnership. And I think for us, with our, you know, we have a Cisco partner, a Microsoft partner. This is just phenomenal. I think for our customers that have got a long-term investment in Cisco technology, this gives them so much choice. It's great for sustainability, right? From a point of view of not having to replace all their kit. It gives them choice by not having to invest in something now, not quite sure on what their journey is, and to be able to evolve that. And there are bits of Zoom out there, as you say, right? So you're truly are, you know, multi-collaboration workplace. So I think that's absolutely phenomenal.
Absolutely.
From a working with your customer perspective, right? So So your customers don't have to now talk to Microsoft about the team side. They can talk to Cisco about this, and you can kind of work together.
Yep.
You can bring their Microsoft team in and work with them collaboratively.
Yep.
And of course, you've got partners like Sicilian that of course are certified across both those platforms. So I'm certainly really excited by some of the technology as well.
I think FY25 and calendar year 25 would be a really exciting.
It's going to be great. No, I'm really glad, and thank you for the time.
Yeah, likewise.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cheers, Patrick. Thanks, mate.